First and foremost, underline what we need to find. That's how you catch the error, like we did in number 3. So, in looking at number 4, how many minutes did Julian read for each night for the first 4 nights? If he read for 3 hours and 50 minutes during the week. Okay? So there's too much information that it's even asking us. You're not going to underline that entire thing, because what it actually gave us was more details that we're going to want to circle instead of underlining. So the only thing that you need to underline is how many minutes did Julian read for each night for the first 4 nights. Stop there. Okay? Because now what we're circling is 3 hours and 50 minutes. Okay? 3 hours and 50 minutes. We also need to know that he read for 50 minutes. This is for the week. I apologize, I gotta back up. He read for 50 minutes on Friday. Three hours and 50 minutes, and he read for 50 minutes on Friday. Okay? So what they want to know is if he read 50 minutes on Friday, this is the total number, and the first 4 nights he read were an equal amount. Sounded like I might have to do more than one step for this problem in order to figure it out. Let's do it. First thing I'm going to do right away is that if it's asking me for the first 4 nights and I see that he read for 50 minutes on Friday and he read for 3 hours and 50 minutes total for the week, guess what's going away immediately? Not relevant anymore. The 50 minutes is gone. If I take away Friday, how many days of the week? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? Because it says that he only read for 4 plus Friday, so we're only dealing with 5. There's our first step already done. Our answer is 4. We need to divide 3 hours by 4 nights. Let's be realistic. We're going to have another step in here because 3 hours is not going to come out very pretty, because I can already tell you that 3 divided by 4 is going to lead me to a fraction. Let's go ahead and flip this 3 hours right on over into 60 minutes. We're going to take 60, because there's 60 minutes in an hour. Multiply that by 3. Real quick, I can see that 0 times 0 multiplied by 3 is 0. 6 multiplied by 3 is 18. Our answer here is 180 minutes. Oh, I'm just glad that I started to write nights. Minutes divided by 4 nights. Now this is something that I can go ahead and work with. I can divide 180 by 4 a lot easier than I could divide 3 by 4. Okay? 180 divided by 4. 4. Again, working in a very small space, I'm going to try and maybe get a different spots of video. I'm not real sure how this is all working out. We're going on the fly. So, if I'm taking 180 divided by 4, I know that 4 goes into 18 4 times, which is 16, with 2 left over. Bring down the 0. He read for 45 elephants. That's right. 45 minutes per day. There you go. That's number 4 done. Let's go ahead and take a look at number 5. Again, I can see that this one is asking me more than one question, which means I'm going to have more than one step. Some of these things I can just go ahead, like getting rid of the 15 minutes in this problem. That was done in a snap and done in a jiffy. I don't need to see that on your paper as long as you understand. I need to see this. I don't need you to set it up as a whole problem like this in order to get rid of the 50 minutes, as long as you show me the representation of where that number went, because you know that I can't find your errors if you're not showing me your work. And that's the most important thing. Of course, I'm also trying to pick word problems that are dealing with time and money and things that will be essential as we move into 8th grade, high school, time management, because Miss Cannon yells about that 970,000 times a day. Don't worry, I'm still doing it, and I'm still learning my own time management at home. Also, you guys are going to see that I also have like your folders and stuff here. So those will be hanging on the wall at some point. So just know we're still in this together. But I'm still going to need to see some work from you. There's my random teaching tangent because you know I go on them all the time. Squirrel, back to the word problems. Looking at number 5, this is the last one on this paper I'm going to do with you. Just a reminder, show me 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 for some credit. In this one, 2 siblings have a lemonade stand. In their first hour, they made $15. In their second hour, they had made $30 total. In their third hour, they had made $45 in all. If this pattern continues, what would their expected total be after the 5th hour and after their 8th hour? Now, these things are fun, and these things also, of course, relate to 7th and 8th grade math. You'll see that you guys are going to start looping back. I'm sure you guys have noticed a lot. I do use a lot of the 4th grade standards because then they in turn tie into the 7th grade standards. Same thing with next year's math. You're going to be doing 5th grade math and 8th grade. It just keeps getting harder. Adding a little more on here and there and here and there. Okay? So let's go ahead and get this problem set up. I'm sorry I'm all up in your space. First and foremost, it's asking me for an awful lot of information. What I need to underline is 5th hour and 8th hour. So make sure that you know that we're trying to find the 5th hour and the 8th hour for this one. So, how I want you guys to set this one up. Let's make a table. Okay? Because I want to know the 5th all the way through the 8th. Okay, so what I do know is if I start filling in the chart, looking in the first hour, 15 total. Second hour, Miss Cannon has bad handwriting, 30. In the third hour, there was 45. Does anyone notice a pattern in this yet? Well, if they're telling me automatically that there's a pattern, if this pattern continues, so let's use her words against her because we can make this a lot easier. If I look, she's telling me that there's a pattern between these 3 numbers. Let's figure out the pattern. What's the difference? Or what's 30 minus 15? What's 45 minus 30? Go ahead and set those up and solve them. I'll wait. Those are how many minute increments? 15-minute increments, that's right. So if they're making $15 for basically per hour is what they're looking for. So what I need to do in order to fill in this chart is just add 15 every time. 45 plus 15, I gave you guys the answer. We already know it's 60 because that's our full hour. If I add 15 to 60, 0 plus 5 is 5. 6 plus 1 is 7. I'm at $75. Sorry, I'm running into lines here. 75 plus 15. Let me just go ahead and make this bigger. This is for our 5th hour. This is 75 minutes. Our 5th hour was 75 minutes, so for our 6th hour, we need to add 15 and 75. Carry our 1. 1 plus 7 is 8, plus 1 is 9. 90 minutes goes into the 6. If I take the 90 and I add another $15 on, I'm at $105. And therefore, in the 8th box, I'm going to add 105. We also all know I'm not left-handed. I'm attempting to write this over my shoulder here. Okay? It's 120. So what this problem asks me is what would be the total for the 5th hour and what would be the total for the 8th hour. So the 2 answers that I'm going to want to label are $75 for the 5th hour. And $120 for the 8th hour. Okay, so that's how you're going to do numbers 1 through 5. If you see any more tricks, trades, or anything on 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, like we did for number 3, I'll give you guys 5 bonus points to send them in. First one to call me is the first one to get them. We'll be back next week with some more word problems from you. Maybe, look at, and what's any different than school? This is how I sit in my chair. Don't worry, my headphones are right there next to it. You guys have a great day. Give me a call, email me, text me if you guys have any questions, and I'll chat with you soon. Have a great day.